So you got all of that type of history. Whoops. Oh, seriously? This never happens. How often does this go? How often does this ever get a low battery sign? Never. This is probably like the first time it's happened in ages. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to go wide for this. Be right back. What's up there, guys? It's Mac. Hope you guys are well. I have right here with me Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for the Nintendo Switch. Yes, it has finally arrived. It was released today. Today is the 29th of May. This is when it was released in the UK and I believe everywhere else as well. And this came in from Amazon. So it's so weird, Amazon, right? You pre-order it for obviously on release day and it's delivery up until 8 PM. So they don't even give it in the night. They give it the basically on the day of release. So if you pre-order it and you're getting it from Amazon, essentially you don't get a chance to play it for the entire day until when it actually arrives. Sometimes it might be quicker, but for me, delivery was up until 8 PM and I got it basically around about 7 o'clock. So I'll say probably about 6:30 is when I got it. So yeah, it takes a while for it to come over, but finally it does arrive and it's finally here. And what I'm gonna be doing today, I'm gonna quickly just break the seal in front of you guys. So let's break that seal and tear that cellophane off. Get to it. Get all of that off. And what we have here is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Really excited to play this game. Want to test it out and give you guys a quick review. And just to let you know, just basically quickly, I got the Nintendo Switch set up here with my PDP dock over here, showing all the different colors, Zelda sort of screen there. But anyway, I really want to basically quickly run through the game and sort of see what it's all about. As you can see, it's got all the Street Fighter there. It's a 12 game collection by Capcom, one of the phenomenal collections that they have made in recent times, all on one cartridge, not like that Mega Man stuff where it's all download for the second one. What's that about? They can fit 12 games on one cartridge and they can't fit a few Mega Man games for the Legacy Collection too? I don't know, but anyway, this one is definitely a must own, I think. And obviously I'm a big Street Fighter fan. I've pretty much got all the Street Fighter games that have been released, different iterations on different consoles. Picked up most of them. If nothing quite like this definitive collection right here, all on the modern console in 1080p, should be awesome. Let's quickly open this up and you can sort of see, oh wow, guys, check that out. That is really cool. See, I've not even seen that. No one's actually even shown that on YouTube yet, but from what I've seen. But look at that. That is a very nice poster on the inside. I love the fact that when they do something on the inside, it's really cool. And it's not just obviously just a plain white background. And here we have the Street Fighter cartridge itself. Let me just focus on that. Focus, man. Okay, it's basically say Street Fighter Peggy 12. Anyway guys, drop the intro and let's get into this run through of the game itself and see how it plays. So anyway. Alright guys, here we have it. This is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. And let's quickly just launch it up and yep, it's got an update. Let's download the update. This is what I love about Nintendo Switch. Their updates are really quick. We're gonna see in real time at the background here how quickly it updates. And this is basically day one update. It's only 2 minutes remaining already. So nothing like the 60 gigabyte downloads from PS4 and Xbox for new launch games. And you don't have to wait like pretty much 6 to 12 hours for a download like Destiny 2 and all that stuff. It's pretty much instantaneous, and most cartridges for the Nintendo Switch, they pretty much have most of the content already on there, so you don't have to download much at all. And yes, if it is, it's very quick updates. Anyway, quick update guys. Sorry, I apologize. I haven't made any videos for quite some time now. I really apologize for that. It's been really hectic. It's been crazy busy at the moment. Work's just been really busy at the moment. So very few hours for me to actually get into all my pickups. Pretty much done, the update was just done there. Very few hours at the moment in the day for me to get any form of videos out for you guys. There is a lot of videos already in the can. I have basically put a lot of Nintendo Switch accessory videos together. It just basically needs a quick editing, and then they will be coming up onto the channel. I've also got a few pickups, quite a lot of new stuff that I've got, but I just haven't had time to basically collate them all together and basically put them into one video. It's just been all hectic at the moment. What else? Also, myself and the missus actually went to Thailand, and there was that was an amazing trip, by the way, guys. But there was a lot happening in that trip, and there was also Berlin. And in Berlin, I went to an awesome game shop there. That's the video I've recorded, and that's still to come. And also in Thailand, I found a awesome VR place, and I got to test out HTC Vive. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening. Those videos are basically I've got footage for those. I just haven't got a chance to basically edit it at the moment because it was just crazy busy, and trying to get them all edited, it just unfortunately just haven't had the time to do that. But anyway, let's for this video, it's going to be a quick one for Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, an awesome collection of 12 games on one cartridge. I basically pre-ordered this, and obviously it's arrived now, and I just thought I have to get this out prior to any of the other videos that are basically on the backlog. But there will be a lot more videos coming in as soon as this one goes up. I'll try to get one video out per week, so definitely I'm going to try and stick to that schedule again. They generally come between the Friday, Saturday or Sundays when I usually post a video, but it's usually one video per week. I try to keep it like that. And I think for the last three and a half weeks I haven't been able to post a video, so I really apologize for that, but I will be getting back onto that schedule. But anyway, let's see what we're here to see, and that is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection by Capcom. Let's launch that. I'm gonna put the volume down a bit, I don't want to get hit for anything, but yeah, let's see. So I've heard loads of awesome things about this. Obviously you've got online play for 4 different games. So you got all of that type of history. Whoops. Oh, seriously? This never happens. How often does this go? How often does this ever get a low battery sign? Never. This is probably like the first time it's happened in ages. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to go wide for this. Be right back. This controller never dies, it's so annoying. So anyway, I'm wired up now so we can get this show on the road. But anyway, hey, let's quickly go into this game, and then obviously let's go into the options quickly, and let's have a look at what they've got here. So they've got language select there. So they've got the museum mode, and anyway, so what we're going to be doing is a quick overlook at the game itself, and just basically see how the menu and everything in it is all set up. So obviously what I like about collections is that they always have this museum bit. So this is where you can explore the 30 years of Street Fighter history. And obviously I'm a Street Fighter fanatic, so to see the actual history is awesome. So this is the history from 1987. You can see it scrolls up and it goes from Street Fighter 1 all the way up to the newer ones. And you can basically see different artwork within those games as well. So you can just go in and zoom into it. So it just keeps on going up, Street Fighter 2, and it goes all the way up. You can see it goes to Street Fighter 3, the Alpha series, you know, Street Fighter 3. But you've also got other games like this. You got Capcom Fighting Evolution, so they actually go up. You got 2005. You know, you got the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection over there. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. They've got all of that information there. Basically, all the Capcom releases for anything related to Street Fighter, they've got this entire timeline from 1987. You got Street Fighter 4, 2010. You know, you got the 3DS edition of Super Street Fighter 4. You've also got over here, you can see you've also got, so you got Street Fighter, you got Street Fighter 5 information as well. That's really cool. And then obviously this game here, I picked this up. You know, this was obviously the Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, the final edition for the Street Fighter 2 edition. And obviously they didn't put that onto this collection over here because then that would be double dipping and we don't want that. But anyway, it's really cool that they made that version first, and then obviously I picked it up because I'm a Street Fighter fanatic. And yeah, so, and this one has, obviously they skipped that game but they put everything else in there. So it's a 12 game collection. So let's carry on going. So right at the end, you got 2018, you got the actual Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which is this one right here. Released on everything, by the way. It's released on Steam, Xbox One, PS4, and obviously Nintendo Switch as well, which is a copy that I got here. So that's the history. Let's go into the characters. Let's go to one of my favorite characters. Where is he? So yeah, let's go to M. Bison, and you can sort of see the very first selection sort of gives you an overview of the actual character and all of his skills and a bit of history. You can go down, you can sort of read about the history, really cool. And if you press R1, you can sort of see the actual character sprites as well from Street Fighter 2, and you can see how he changes into different moves. So if you go into different moves, you can sort of see all the different sprite stages that they have. Really awesome. And yeah, so you got all the different types of moves there. You can see how he looks like in Super Street Fighter 2, how he changes, and obviously you see him having Alpha, how he really changes. In this Alpha one, he becomes a bit fat, and he doesn't have the spinning electric spin, which is really annoying, other than, you know, the special. But yeah, it's quite cool. You can sort of see all of that. And so yeah, so let's get the character stages and music. I absolutely love the fact that they got all the different musics for the different games. We've got 12 different games with 12 different styles of individual level musics. So the soundtrack is awesome. You can listen to all of that individually. I usually find myself going onto YouTube and just listening to the Street Fighter soundtracks from different classic games. So the fact that they're all in this nice little collection is awesome. You know, I don't need to look on that on YouTube now. I don't even search for it. I can find it all in here in this nice, beautiful collection. I got Alpha all the way up to Third Strike. So, you know, awesome to do that. You got making of Street Fighter. This is really cool. So you've got actual documentation of different arcade cabinets and how it was essentially designed, you know, in the beginning stages. So this is really old information about the joystick and the two buttons. Essentially, this was concept art, and this is essentially what they actually wanted to create originally. It was meant to be pressure sensitive buttons. So one for the punch and one for the kick, and depending on how strong you hit it, it will depend on the medium, the light kick, and obviously the heavy kick, and obviously the same for the punches. So essentially 2 buttons and a joystick is what they wanted, and that would have been quite an active game actually, you know, for everyone to play. But that didn't come to fruition. But you can see all of that documentation, you can see different artwork for different games. They've got all of that on here. So this is very cool to see on the collection, because obviously this is stuff that you don't really see, concept art and stuff like that. So to have all of that for this collection on one cartridge again, or on a disc if you bought on the disc, it's really cool to see. So yeah, I'll definitely be going through that and having a good look at all of that. Street Fighter 3 development as well, so you can see all of the Street Fighter 3 artwork as well. So really cool to see all of that, you know, awesome stuff here. So let's come out of that, and then by the way, the music in this game is awesome. I can hear all the music and it is phenomenal. I love the menu music and stuff like that. I'm not going to put the music on here for the video because I don't want to get flagged up, but definitely there's a lot of awesome music on this game. So you got the making of Street Fighter as well. So yeah, we've seen all of that. Let's get out of that, and then let's go into the game as well. So you got online mode here, so you got online play, and you got obviously different options there. You've got 4 different games, the final iteration of all the games. You've got you'll be able to play online essentially, so it's just really cool. So you got Street Fighter 3, you got Alpha 3, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and I think one more as well. You can play online, online ranked matches. I haven't tested that yet, so obviously see how it plays, but from what I've heard, it seems to be a very smooth experience. But I tend to not play online generally anyway. I like to play local catch co-op with my friends and family, because as soon as you go online, doesn't matter how good you are, by the way, it doesn't matter how good. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm far from the best Street Fighter player. I'm pretty rubbish, to be honest. But whenever you go on to, I would say I'm okay. But as soon as you go online, you get slapped up. Trust me, it's brutal out there. There will always be someone out there that will be way better than you, and then when you go online, they somehow seem to find you, and then yeah, it gets pretty brutal. So anyway, let's go on to local play. So you've got offline play here. This will be the arcade experience, and you've got local play. So this is really cool. You can actually play locally here. You can create a lobby, and I believe this is a tournament mode. So you can actually create the tournament option of actually playing like it's an arcade. It's a Switch exclusive feature where you can put 4 switches together and you can really rotate like it was a proper arcade tournament in the arcades. So that's quite cool. Apparently the PS4 version and the Steam version and the Xbox One version came with Street Fighter 4 as also a game as well, I believe. That's what I've heard. This one didn't come with that, purely because obviously it was never released on the Switch, Street Fighter 4, whereas the other ones had that release previously, so that's why they probably gave that game along with it as well. But I know it came with that on the Steam version, so the other ones, it should come with that as well. But this Switch version doesn't have Street Fighter 4. It goes on up to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, the final one. So let's go into offline battle, my best options. And you got obviously here the arcade option, versus and training. Now I'm really glad that they got arcade, they got the versus and training option, because here you can obviously train, and over on the versus option you can play locally and you can actually have the level select and stuff like that, because I wanted to actually be able to play friends and family locally and not have to basically go in the arcade mode where you just literally, I mean, it's really awesome. You jump straight into the arcade option, you literally, like, you're putting in the coin and you're playing essentially directly, but the thing is you can't select the level. It's like the game's always happening in the background and you jump in as a new challenger essentially, so you can't select the level. So if you're playing with somebody here, you're going to be stuck with whatever the levels are going to be selected as each player gets defeated. So you can't actually select levels and stuff like that on that option. So I prefer versus, because obviously if you're not playing with somebody, you can select the levels, and a lot of the actual nostalgia and a lot of the gameplay for this, for me especially, is basically the levels, the music, the soundtrack to each level. If you're playing an awesome level, the experience of the actual fight is so much more heightened, so I absolutely love that. Anyway, we're going to go into arcade mode. So versatile mode is obviously there. We're going to go into arcade mode. You can select whichever game you want. Obviously you've got all 12 games here: Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior, you've got Street Fighter 2 Champion edition, and then you've got Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 the new challenges, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I think that was the Grandmaster X in Japan, I believe. An awesome game. I've got that on the Sega Saturn, but really cool to have that all in a 1080p cartridge on the Nintendo Switch. I can play portably and obviously on the TV, so it's just nice to have this whole experience all in one place. So it just opens up the doors for everyone to actually enjoy these awesome games, because where they would not have been able to play things like the Alpha series have never gone on to a full HD system. They never re-released that. It's always been stuck on the PS2 with the graphics on there, which was obviously the resolution is not the best. So obviously to have them on a modern system, finally Alpha 2 and Alpha 3, that is really awesome. I'm actually looking forward to playing those again, because I've always loved these games, but I've got the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology for the PS2, but it's really annoying that I have to stick to the PS2 and I can't play anywhere else. You know, it's not even been available to download anywhere. They never re-released that from my knowledge, so it's really cool to have that on this collection. The Street Fighter New Generation 3, Second Impact, and obviously Third Strike. Really cool to have these. I was actually looking into buying them, but they were just ridiculously expensive for the Dreamcast. And I had the Third Strike in digital form for the PS3. I bought the online edition, and this is essentially the edition that you're going to be playing for the online one over here. But that was cool to have, but it wasn't physical, and now I've got a physical collection and it's got the actual game on there, so it's really cool to have that essentially offline. So let's go into Street Fighter 2 Turbo, one of my favorite ones for there. They don't have Street Fighter 2 Turbo, they have Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, so this is obviously the final iteration that they've made at the time, into obviously the I think the Ultimate Edition came out. But anyway, so let's go into the menu. So you can obviously go into the menu here, you can save the game, you can load the game, got controls there. You've got original screen, you've got full screen, which basically zooms in, takes away the window effect, because obviously the window effect is quite nice. The original one, I quite like that. It's got the arcade stickers there, so actually how it looks like an arcade cabinet. But if you go to full, it will take that away. If you go to wide, it will actually remove the sides as well. But you're turning a 4:3 into 16:9 aspect ratio, and it looks stretched, so probably not the best way to play it. I would probably stick to full, but for now we'll leave on original so we can actually see the borders of the actual game itself. Over here you've got filters, you've got the TV filter, so it gives you the actual filters on, so it looks like a classic CRT TV. You go to arcade mode, it actually looks like an arcade screen as well, so that's pretty cool. So it does have an arcade cabinet essentially what they're trying to emulate there. I will turn that off just so that obviously we can keep it crisp. I prefer it to be nice and sharp and crisp. So yeah, and then obviously at the bottom here you got the border option. You can turn that off, or you can turn it back on again. And so I'll leave that on for now. And yeah, let's get into the game itself. So you're literally straight into the game here, and yeah, let's play a quick game. It is looking sharp, it's looking real awesome. Let's put the music. So yeah, as you can see, oh, that is good with the Switch Pro controller and everything. That is, yeah, I'm liking this already, man. I can't wait to put a few more hours into this game. It's been phenomenal to have all of these in one collection. I mean, obviously I've played a lot of these in the past, but this is the authentic arcade port as well for these games. So for someone that wants the true format where it originally came out as, and none of this modified version for the console home editions, this is the best collection to get essentially. But you can obviously play with the local option, local play, and have the versatile options so you can actually select the levels. But obviously this is like a pure arcade where you can actually put the coin in and you're essentially playing straight away. Anyway guys, that's the video for the Street Fighter collection. I'll quickly just jump into, let's come out of this game, and let's just quickly jump into Alpha 3. They've also got Street Fighter 1, that's what's really cool, because obviously that is like, you don't really see that that often, you know. Street Fighter 1, whoever sees that, I've got that on probably like one collection. It's like the Capcom Classics collection. I think it was for the original Xbox or something like that. So that's the only one that I've got really for that one. And I remember I was like, to play that game it was brutal. Street Fighter 1 was really bad, but it's come a long way. I mean, obviously this is the Alpha series, a complete departure from the classic Street Fighter 2, but this was essentially a prequel. If you look at the actual timeline of where these stories are, it's really quite crazy actually. It's quite all over the place, so it doesn't really follow the way it was released, but yeah, you can find that information out anywhere. But anyway, it's so cool to have Alpha series on deck. You know, it's just cool to basically take this out wherever you want to go. You know, play with your mates with Street Fighter. Quickly just play your mate on any of these Street Fighter games. You can challenge them if they say that they're better in one version compared to the other one. You can essentially now challenge them on that, and you can literally see if they actually are the best, or you know, whatever they say they are. Because obviously you can take this with you. You know, it's a portable system. That's why I think it's phenomenal to get this on this specific platform itself, Nintendo Switch, rather than obviously going for the PS4, the Steam, or you know, the Xbox One option, because obviously you get stuck with the console form and you can't take it with you on the go. But anyway, with this you can literally take it wherever you need to, and obviously get all these Street Fighter games on the go. So yeah, awesome to see. Anyway guys, that was the Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection, a quick look at that. Obviously I got lots of games to play on this. You got the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which is obviously really different from the previous ones. You got original Street Fighter 1, so there's a lot to do on this game. So I know I can't talk about this all onto one video because already I've exceeded way too long than I actually wanted to. But anyway, I'm glad you guys got a chance to see this as well. If you guys haven't picked one up, definitely recommend it. It's an awesome collection, a really good money saver. I bought this for how much did I buy this for actually? I'll put it in the video there how much I paid for it, but I still think it's a bargain for what essentially you're getting for the price. You're getting 12 games there. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all of my subscribers, so thank you very much for that. And until next time, take care guys. This is Mac. Peace out.